brighten up my day. Your blonde hair out of a fairy tale. Come along, start the show, having fun in the snow. Christmas is almost here. Let's toast to a very good year. It's just you and me, chilling right under the tree.
Hello, Quantum Jumpers. My name is Gina. I am the owner and creator of LeniaLoveday, and I'm here today to help change your lives forever and for the better. I am a certified life coach and law of assumption teacher, here to remind you of who you truly are. If you're interested in conscious creation, manifestation, and the law of assumption, don't go anywhere because you're at the right place. Welcome to day 24 of my LOA Christmas calendar. Wow, we've made it! Merry Christmas, everyone! I hope that these videos inspired you to look at life from a different perspective and made you realize that you have complete dominion over every single detail of your experience. We'll finish up the series with an empowering tale of the real meaning of Christmas and finding one's own strength to overcome 3D circumstances. There's a great animated movie from 1995 called The Magic Gift of the Snowman. It is only 47 minutes long, but the story is packed with little hints and revelations on the law of assumption and reality creation. You can watch the whole movie for free on YouTube, so I added the link in the description box below. The Magic Gift of the Snowman is not a typical Christmas tale made for kids, as the story is starting with a doctor leaving a family's home, telling the parents that he cannot do anything else for their sick little girl, noting that at this point it is all up to her to heal from this serious illness she's having. And if she's not getting better in the next few days, by Christmas at the latest, they may lose her. The little girl is called Emery Elizabeth, and she's been bedridden for quite a while. She is sleeping all day because she's too weak to stay awake and she's unable to walk. The parents then explain to her older brother, Landon, that Emery has been sick for so long that they're afraid she's given up and she lost her will to live. Landon, in his turn, does what any of us would be doing first when facing a difficult situation like this in the 3D. He automatically tries to find a 3D solution for the problem, and he's asking things like, well, what can we do to make her better? And isn't there some kind of medicine that we can give her? But his parents explain to him that they've already tried everything, and none of these solutions worked. His father then goes on and tells him that the most important medicine has to come from inside of Emery Elizabeth. They've done all that they could do for her, but the rest is up to her. All that's left to do for them is to be there for her and love her, but she has to decide to get better. Not your usual kid's tale, right? But Landon wants to help, and so in the middle of the night, he goes out and builds a snowman right in front of Emery Elizabeth's window. And the next morning, he wakes her up, telling her that the snowman is a friend from a faraway land who wanted to meet her. He then tells her that if she promises to eat something, he's going to tell her a wonderful story about the snowman and his friends, and how they saved a magical kingdom. Emery is intrigued, so she eats some oatmeal and then some lunch and finally some soup for dinner because Landon keeps telling her that she has to eat if she wants to hear the story. She is slowly getting better and gaining strength just by simply following these orders. And then Landon, satisfied, starts telling her the magical story, but there's a twist. They are the main characters in it, and they are visiting this kingdom where the snowman lives. The little girl gets so excited that she is eager to hear the whole story. As they are arriving at the kingdom, Emery is sitting in a wheelchair and Landon is pushing it for her. The snowman sees it and says, "Oh, that won't be necessary," and then goes on to ask Emery Elizabeth to think of a train and to think of it really hard. As she does, her wheelchair turns into a beautiful little train holding the both of them, and she exclaims, "Oh, this is incredible!" To which the snowman replies, "Correction, this is merely a train. You are the incredible one." I don't want to spoil the whole story by telling it, but there are many instances where Emery Elizabeth has to use her imagination to make something appear, or to get out of a difficult situation, and all along she is thinking that it was the snowman doing all these magical things. But it turns out it was her all along. She is constantly being reminded throughout the story that she has magic inside of her, magic that can be weakened by fears and doubts. But she is being taught to understand that there's no one and nothing outside of her creating the miracles she is experiencing, and everything is done by her and her mind. At the beginning of the movie, we can see a little girl who is dominantly identifying with a version of herself who is disabled, who is experiencing dis-ease. Her sickness is her dwelling place. She's been there for so long that she's finding it comfortable and familiar, and so she's unable to think outside of her chosen identity. She is relying on others to help her and to make her feel better, but they cannot do anything until she chooses to get better. We are doing the same thing when we are relying on outer experiences and waiting for the 3D to make our lives better, not realizing that it can only reflect the things we've already given ourselves in consciousness. As Landon is telling Emery Elizabeth pieces of the story every day until Christmas, she is slowly starting to identify with this parallel version of herself who is traveling in this magical kingdom, who is brave, who is strong, who is creative, who is fearless. And because of that, her 3D is slowly starting to shift. She's getting better, not because of medicines, not because of Landon, not because of anything else, but because she shifted her focus from the illness and put it on things that excite her and make her feel good. She is experiencing joy and excitement in her imagination, so this joy and excitement is being reflected in the 3D. And that is the real gift of the snowman. I only see now how brilliant the title is, because there is no gift, no toy, nothing that the snowman is giving to her. All he is doing is reminding her of her own power, of her own ability to create miracles. And that is the greatest gift you can ever give to anyone. For me, this is the true meaning of Christmas. Becoming more aware of who we really are, limitless, all-knowing, incredible points of consciousnesses, traveling through an infinite number of dimensions to experience more of who we are. As Neville Goddard put it in one of his lectures, Christmas marks the birth of man as God, not the birth of God as man. Christmas is a time when, for a short while, everyone is a bit more loving towards other people. Everyone is a bit more cheerful, and everyone believes in miracles just a tiny bit more than any other time around the year. We are coming home this time of the year. We're coming back to who we really are. But you can do the same all year long. You can keep reminding yourself of your strength and your limitless nature. And when you do, there is nothing and no one that can tell you otherwise. Remember yourself this Christmas. Remember who you really are. And if you no longer wish to experience your current 3D self, go ahead and mentally choose another one. just as easily as Emery Elizabeth could shift from losing her will to live to gaining it all back in a matter of days. You can also change whatever it is that you want to change, and you can be reborn as a completely new self. You are your own oppressor, but you're also your own savior. Remember who you are. Celebrate your magnificent self this Christmas, because you are one with God, and God is everything. But that was it from me today, guys. I intend this to be eye-opening and helpful. If you like this video, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel so that the algorithm can do its magic and notify more people about this knowledge. Thank you so very much for listening. I hope you're having a truly magical and wonderful Christmas time. May the rest of your life be the best of your life. And I'll see you very soon.